When most people think of Oahu, they automatically think of Waikiki. And hopefully on this channel, we've shown you enough videos to show you that Oahu is more than Waikiki. It's a place where millions of people come to vacation every year. It's also a place that I generally avoid. But when I come here, I'm reminded why this place is so special and why people love it so much. Without further ado, welcome to Waikiki. In this video, we're talking about living in Waikiki. Things to do, types of real estate, and of course their prices. The differences between fee simple and leasehold, Airbnbs, and the lifestyle, including a festival that's happening right now, one that is our own iconic food festival, of course, the Spam Jam. I was talking to my husband this morning before filming this video, and I was like, would you ever want to live in Waikiki? And he was like, no way. And I was like, really? And he's like, no way would I want to live among all of that craziness. But let me tell you, he's the first person to want to do a Waikiki staycation if we're given free hotel nights. But people who love to live in Waikiki are the ones that don't mind the action, who don't mind people watching or seeing people come and go, enjoying the convenience of restaurants and things to do. Also, I find that people who love living in Waikiki are the ones that perhaps used to come here a lot on vacation and like that daily vacation lifestyle. If you like that daily vacation type of living, Ko'olina is another great place for that. Very much a contrast to Waikiki. Check out our other video on Ko'olina as well. Waikiki is located about 10 miles east of the Honolulu International Airport. If you're taking an Uber, you can expect to pay somewhere between $20 and $50 depending on the time of day or depending on the day period. Now, Waikiki, there's a reason why people love it so much. For one thing, the weather is always pretty moderate. There's no big mountain that causes any sort of cloud buildup where you've got crazy wind and rain. It's just always very, very mellow. The beach is safe and sandy, one where you can just float and lounge in. But if you like to surf, you can expect to find a lot of surf breaks along the South Shore, but just know they're going to be crowded. Waikiki means spouting water. This was once a place of freshwater springs and fish ponds and taro patches. It's a place where King Kamehameha had his most epic battle. It's also a place where only royalty used to surf these epic waves and vacation here, where Duke Kahanamoku honed his surfing and Olympic swimming skills. In the 1920s, the Moana Hotel and the Royal Hawaiian Hotel were built to attract high-end European clients. And then in the 30s, Hawaiian music started gaining popularity around the world. And then Elvis Presley himself came here and filmed 2 movies, which got the attention of the entire world. In the 60s, big hotel brands built along this shoreline in preparation for the 1970s when the big jets started flying in, and that was game on for commercialization. Now, Waikiki may not be everybody's cup of tea. It's crowded, it might be a little bit too dirty for people, and I regret that most don't get a taste of the history. But it's so important to understand not just the bricks and the sticks and the numbers about the places that you live. And really here at Dwell Hawaii, with all of our videos, that's our goal, to help you to understand the place, to respect and to connect to it. Welcome to the beautiful Alawai Canal. This is actually my first time being this close to the Alawai Canal, and I have to admit I'm a little bit scared. So I'm going to dip my toe a little bit in the history. This Alawai Canal was created to drain the once rural wetlands of Waikiki because those wetlands were deemed a health hazard. And now we have the Alawai Canal, which I would never dip my toe in. And we see people sometimes fall in the Alawai. It's always very dangerous. Nevertheless, it is something that's quite pretty to look at from the condos back here. Now, the condos along the Alawai are most of what you're going to find that you would want to live in. Prices back here range between the 500,000s to the 700,000s for a 1-bedroom. Most of the buildings are very similar in nature in that they were built in the 1960s, so you can expect maintenance fees to be a little bit higher just because there's so much to maintain and so many big projects perhaps on the horizon, like elevators and plumbing retrofits and spalling. But nevertheless, you're going to have a really nice lifestyle back here if living in Waikiki is what you desire, as you're about 3 blocks from the beach. Let's talk Airbnbs and short-term rentals. Surprise, reality check, Airbnbs aren't as profitable as one would really think. Now, with all of the hotels here in Hawaii and with tourism as our main economy, you can imagine the power the hotel lobbyists have to affect legislation. And our new mayor has really cracked down on Airbnbs, that if you are operating something that's not in a legally zoned area, you can be fined to the tune of $10,000 per day. But let's say you do own a legal Airbnb. Usually the ones that are going to benefit from it the most are the ones that buy it cash, not take out a loan. But you're also subject to rising maintenance fees, also property management, and all of the taxes, including transient accommodations tax, resort tax, state income tax, general excise tax. And at the end of the day, it's really not that great of a financial investment. But check out our blog on short-term rentals at dwellhawaii.com for a deep dive if you're still interested. Condotels are really in a category all by themselves, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You basically own a hotel room. Now, prices range from the 300,000s and can go all the way up to $16 million for a penthouse at the Ritz-Carlton. It's important to know that these units typically don't come with a deeded parking stall, but parking is usually available for a daily fee. Now, if you throw these units into the Condotel pool, you can expect the hotel to take about 50% of your earnings. But I find that these are units that appeal to our clients that are looking for second vacation homes but want to benefit financially still from being able to rent them short term. It's really important to cover the differences between leasehold and fee simple ownership. Waikiki has a lot of leasehold property. Basically, leasehold property means you don't own it in perpetuity like you do a fee simple property. You might own the building or the unit itself, but you're not going to own the land beneath you. And typically, it's only for a set number of years, and you're paying a monthly lease rent to the landowner. Now, sometimes leasehold buildings and units make sense, but very rarely. This is one of the great things and one of the not so great things about Waikiki when they shut the streets down for a festival. And this festival tonight just so happens to be the Spam Jam. I mean, how many ways can you prepare Spam? Well, you can walk down this street during the Spam Jam and find out. But one of the great things about this place too is that there's live music, there's hula, and contrary to what you might think, there's a lot of local people here. I've been running into people that I know. We love Spam. This is really Waikiki living on steroids. Anytime there's a festival like this, people just go off. But as far as really living here, if you're looking for bars, you can go to the most seediest of bars to those that are the most extravagant on a rooftop in the sky, looking out at the ocean or at the city lights. And as far as eating is concerned, you can find any kind of food here, from the Cheesecake Factory to something really high-end and beautiful at Michelle's at the Colony Surf, where you're right on the beach with the most beautiful sunsets. Shopping, you can find super duper high-end shopping, or of course ABC stores, and you've got lots of street artists here. It's not necessarily a place to relax, but if shopping and dining and action are your form of relaxation, this place might just be for you. Some people might have fond memories of the old International Marketplace, which was just like an alleyway of street vendors. Now it has turned into an incredible shopping center of restaurants and retail therapy. One thing about Waikiki is you're never gonna not find entertainment, especially live music. And one of my very favorite places for live music is at the Outrigger at Kanikapila Grill. We've got some friends playing there tonight. Let's go check it out. With the Spam Jam happening today, the waves are uncharacteristically uncrowded. Yasu and I were totally jonesing for that. And you know, if you lived in Waikiki and you're a diehard surfer, somebody that just wants to cruise, not a North Shore surfer, it's a great place to just grab your board and be able to walk to the beach without worrying about parking. And maybe the crowds won't get to you as much because you didn't have to actually drive in. You can surf at any time of the day. The other thing you can do here in Waikiki is catch live Hawaiian music 7 nights a week here at the Kanikapila Grill at the Outrigger. Some of my friends are playing tonight. This is McKenna. If they see me, they might call me up to sing. We'll see. Now, there's really no oceanfront ownership here in Waikiki, with the exception of the Waikiki Shore, which is right here. Prices range there from about $1 million up to $2 million, and all the way down at the base of Diamond Head at a cluster of buildings called the Gold Coast. And those prices there are about $1 million all the way up into the multi-millions. Now, Waikiki would be for you if your lifestyle and your life really is centered here in Waikiki. If you like that vacation lifestyle, this could be a perfect place for you. But if you're somebody that needs to go to work like 5 to 10 miles plus away, or you've got to go home to school, to work and back, this could get a little bit of a frustrating place to live. Either way, if we can help you to understand and to filter out whether or not Waikiki is for you, we would love to help you.